So, my dearest students, welcome to all of you. I'm so happy to having you again in class. This is your grammar class, and this is the last day. My goodness, time flies. So, please, Nancy, I hope you're ready.
Always teacher.
Yes,
Excellent,
teacher.
nice, excellent. I really appreciate it because you are giving your extra mile. Okay, guys, I'm ready. And the stage is yours. I got your names, Luis Cigaran and Nancy. Could you please give us your last name?
Yes, Nancy Raquel González Solís.
Okay. Okay, guys, the stage is yours.
Okay, perfect. Good morning, guys. I hope that you are taking a good day, a good morning. So, to first, though, we are going to say thanks, God, for this day. Thanks for the rain. Thanks for everything in our life. So, dear God, I know I cannot handle this day without you. Set my heart on your presence from the moment I rise to the last blink of my eyes. Help me ignore the demands of my day until I've loaded your truth into the foundation of my soul. In Jesus' name, amen. So, guys, we are going to start with our presentation. Can you see my screen? Yeah?
Yes,
Yes.
No. So, we are going to start with the first one and the second one, grammar rules. So, Nancy?
yes, morning everyone. The rule number one. Rule number one consists in the first letter in a sentence must always be capitalized. We will always capitalize the first letter at the beginning of a sentence. For example, the car is red. In this sentence, the letter T are capitalized. Next sentence. They are going to the shop. Again, the letter T are capitalized. Example number 3. Swimming is so much fun. The letter S are capitalized.
Perfect. We're going to continue with the rule number two. In the rule number two said, every sentence should either end with a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation. So we are going to say one example of that. For example, in which case we are going to end with a full stop. When you are finished our idea, for example, I was living in Costa Rica for 2 years ago. My idea is all that. So if I tell you, oh, I was living in El Salvador 3 years ago. The point need to be in the end of the sentence. And in which case we are going to use the question mark. So it's not the same to say, do you know who it is without the question mark? So we need to put the question mark to ask a person. For example, if I ask to Nancy or if I ask to the teacher, hey, do you know who it is? So it's different, right? So we need to focus in that part, because always if you want to ask a person something, you need to put the question mark in the sentence. And what is referring to the exclamation mark? You know that the exclamation mark maybe indicate strong feelings, maybe emphasize to something. For instance, in this example, in the third one, if I say to you, hey, great job, or you're doing excellent. So it's different to say, hey, great job, right? Have no sense. So for example, if you say, hey, great job, it's very different because you are emphasizing this feeling or this part of the speech, right? So we are going to continue with the third.
The rule number 3. This rule consists of the order of how to structure a sentence. Look at this. In the part orange, the subject and verb form are interrelated in a sentence. For example, word order, subject, plus verb, plus object. Brian is the subject. Plays is the verb. Guitar is the object. The object, it's similar to say complement. For example, monkey eat bananas. We have the subject monkeys. It is action or verb. And banana is object. Monkey is the subject that performs the action with the object bananas. And the next example, Maria counts money. The subject is Maria, the counts is action, and the money is the object. Another example, children read books. Children's is the subject, read is the action, and books is the object.
Sorry. Now, so we're going to continue with the rule number 4. The subject and the verb forms are interrelated in the sentence. What does it mean? It means that the subject and the verb needs to be current, one of the other. For example, if I say Nancy want to buy a new phone, have sense? No, right? Because the verb is for what? It's for the first person of the singular, right? In that case, I say Nancy want to buy a new phone. But if I say Nancy wants to buy a new phone, yeah, have sense. And it's the verb that need to be with this person. And if I say the other example, for example, I don't like to go to the cinema. So in this case, I am using the verb in simple form, right? Without the S. Why? Because I'm talking about the first person. So you need focus in this part because it's not difficult, but we need to be focusing in this. We're going to continue with you. Give me a second.
Okay, the rule number 5. Use either or neither nor depending of the sentence while using singular nouns. Either or, the meaning is ya sea. For example, we can either eat now or eat after the child. Podemos comer ahora o después del espectáculo. Another example, either him or me will prepare dinner. Él o yo prepararemos la cena. Neither nor, above, either or neither nor are a conjunction. Only if used together with or nor. Neither nor. When used together, they negate both part of the sentence. For example, neither Sam nor Paul called for a taxi. The meaning of neither nor is ni or neither. In this case, ni Sam ni Paul pidieron un taxi. Another example, neither Kim nor Nancy will pay. Ni Kim ni Nancy pagaron. Neither my mother nor my father went to college. Ni mi madre ni mi padre fueron a la universidad. Another example, neither the teacher nor the students were in the classroom. Ni la profesora ni los alumnos estaban en el salón. Not either or neither when naming the two items specifically. And in this case, or use are singular nouns.
Perfect. We're going to continue with the rule number 6. Proper nouns should be capitalized anywhere in the sentence, included at the beginning when used. So, for example, you know what it's a proper noun, right? It's maybe Sadie, it's maybe Starbucks, Santa Claus, India, etc. So we are talking about a proper noun. When we have a proper noun in the sentence, you need to capitalize this proper noun always. Depend if it's in the beginning, maybe in the middle, or in the end. You always be capitalized this part. For example, in the first one of the most hottest countries around the world is India. India, in this case, is the proper noun, right? So in this part, India is capitalized in the letter I. So always you need focus in this part because uh, you need always to capitalize proper nouns. Always. And the second one is I love Starbucks coffee. Starbucks, it's a proper noun because it's a company, right? So I love a Starbucks coffee. In this case, is in the middle, but if you see, is capitalized Starbucks coffee. The other one is Santa Claus is my inspiration. Santa Claus is a proper noun. Santa Claus. All part is a proper noun. So you need capitalize both Sarah and Claus because Sarah is like the name and Claus is like the subname, for example. And Santa Claus is my inspiration. You always be focused in this part. Always focus in the proper nouns and the common nouns because a proper noun always need to be capitalized anywhere in the sentence.
Okay, the rule number 7. Common nouns should be capitalized only of the beginning of the sentence. It's similar to the rule are capitalized, but in this case, I need to define what is a common noun. The common noun are person, place, animal, or things. For example, the common noun person, pilot, teacher, girl, student, etc. And the common noun about thing, chocolate, book, laptop, camera, etc. The common noun of animal, elephant, cat, and dog. Common noun places, airport, school, park. In this case, always are capitalized the first letter at the beginning of the sentence. For example, um, in the in the first sentence, students are very important in a classroom. Students are common noun with a person. For that reason, the letter S are capitalized. Example with a thing. Flashlight is a hand lamp. Flashlight, the letter F at the beginning of a sentence is capitalized. Example with animal. Cat that eats hunter eats mice. The letter C, the word cat, is capitalized. Example with place. Sorry. Parks without trees are not parks. The letter P are capitalized. Always at the beginning of a sentence, you need to capitalize.
Okay, rule number 8. The word it and it's with apostrophe and your are not the same. For example, the first one, it and it's. Without the apostrophe, it's more like a possessive word. For example, this shark is too big for its aquarium. It's possessive because the aquarium eats what or for what person it's for the shark, right? It's the shark house, like that. So this shark is too big for its aquarium. The other one, it's a contraction. It's a contraction of it is always raining here. And what the apostrophe indicates that this part is it's removed to the sentence. For example, you are not going to say it is always. So in this case, you are going to say it's always raining here.
Okay, rule number 9. The articles the, a, or an. The is used to talk about specific or now things. These are usually things that have been mentioned before or that our listener is familiar with. And the a or an is used to talk about things which are not specific. These are usually things that haven't been mentioned before or that the listener is unfamiliar with. And that is definite and specific for singular and plural. Why? Because the translation of the article the is el, la, los. For that reason, include the singulars and plural. For example, I'm going to eat the apple. The cats like to chase birds. And the a, it's indefinite, not specific, but general things for singular and consonant. Be careful because the article a always is it's to refer at the consonant. For example, Lisa wants to see a movie. After the article, the word is a beginning to the consonant because for that reason, it's a nor an. Another example, she is a dancer. I need a pen. And an, indefinite, not specific for singular and vowel. I am an English teacher. And is after the English. English is a vowel. For that reason, you use an, nor a. Another example, I want an apple.
Okay, rule number 10. Use the article a for consonant sounds and an for vowel sounds. For example, of using a minion, about, an apple, and an eagle. Use a when the next or the noun or the adjective that comes next starts with a consonant sound. For example, like the examples that my partners have, a movie, a dancer, a pen. Why I can say an pen? Because in this rule said, oh, you are going to use a for consonant sounds and an for vowel sounds. For example, I can say an apple, an eagle, maybe, I don't know, an English teacher, etc. So you need to be focused in that part too, because you can put a for vowels and an for consonant, right? Because it has no sense. You need to put a for consonants and an for vowel sounds.
Rule number 11. The apostrophe with S for the singular nouns. Sorry. For example, the cub belongs of the lion. The lion's cub. The apostrophe is is before the S. Sorry, it's after the S. Always in the singular nouns, you put the letter S in apostrophe with to refer this show possession or emphasizing possession. For that reason, in this example, the cup belongs to the lions. Your use the lion's cup because to show the possession of the cup is of the lions. Another example, in plural possessive nouns, for example, the baby's mother is tired. The apostrophe is after the S. Sorry. And the plural noun ending in S, my parents' house is hush. Always in the plural nouns, the apostrophe is ending in S. Another example, the teacher's childbirth. In this case, the apostrophe is after the S. The soccer player's ball, the car's wheels, the tree's leaves. Another example. In this case, we need to explain. Exist nouns regular and nouns irregular. In this case, it's a noun irregular. Why? Because the pronunciation of the plural no is similar. It includes el plural. For that reason, in this case, for example, here are the childs. No, it's correct. It's incorrect, totally incorrect, because children's is to refer a plural, the two or more child. For that reason, the correct is here are the children's toys. Always the apostrophe in the letter S is before the S because it's an irregular noun. And the last example, Jamie's glasses are blue. Jamie's glasses are blue. Above form is correct. You use the after the S or apostrophe, only apostrophe, no add the S. Are both, it's correct. You use above.
Okay, the last rule, rule number 12. Active voice is more preferred than passive voice in the English language. For example, active, I move the field on the table. Passive, the field is moved on the table. If you see, this is a little complicated to understand, but an easy way to understand more, one of them is more specific. For example, I move the field on the table. This part is more specific because it's is saying, oh, me, in this case, I move the field on the table. And the other one is it's change the subject. In this case, the object is the subject. The field is the subject. Is in which the action is doing. For example, the field is moved on the table. It's not say, oh, I moved the field, right? It's very different. So in the active voice, it's more specific, and the passive voice is not so specific, but you understand a little more. So that's all our presentation, and thanks for your attention, guys.
Okay, thank you so much. I got some questions
Yeah.
for you guys. Could you please go back to the topic, neither or either? Please go back.
Yeah.
Okay. If I see, I don't know if I made a mistake, but you were using, yeah, okay, nice, excellent. My question is, can I use, this is as a group, this question is as a group. Can I use neither or either using plural nouns? Because the examples are all in singular.
Yeah.
Can we use neither or either using plural?
Yeah, if you see what in the last example, in this,
Okay, nice.
neither the teacher, right? This part is singular, nor the students. You're talking a group, you're talking about all that guy. So
Mhm.
you can use in that part because you are referring to a group of persons.
Okay, and the second question is, wait a minute, please. I got dogs. I can find an apostrophe. I'm so sorry. And I got, okay.
Okay.
I got dogs and dogs. Both has apostrophe. Which one is the different? I got supposedly in the first one is an apostrophe. I can handle.
It's only
So
one, yeah.
yeah, please. Yes, of course. It was my mistake. Yes, but both are using apostrophe. But which one is the big difference?
It's not so big different maybe, but if you see in the examples that our classmate shared with us, you can use both in the sentence. For example, in this case, the singular nouns ending the S. Jamie's and
Yes,
James.
yes, 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 Luisito. But I'm asking to a specific dogs and dogs.
Yeah.
Don't use
In this,
don't use your example because there is a big difference. Yes, there is.
yeah, it's
One is refers to, and the second is refers to.
okay.
Oh, I don't know if Nancy got it.
Uh, for me, teacher, above is correct.
Yes,
It's too similar the last example because the dogs is to show the possession, and in this case with
shows possessing.
uh, the noun, uh, it's represent to the plural noun in irregular noun, and
Which
for
one?
that dogs.
The first one represent, got it. Okay, continue. The first one, but which one represents singular and which one represent plural? Excellent.
And for that reason, the apostrophe is only that apostrophe, and the next apostrophe with the letter S. I don't know, it's
Oh,
correct.
casi, fíjate. No, one represent one and the second represent, you almost got it, almost. When do we use the,
I don't know, teacher.
ay, casi, fíjate. Well, hey guys, but no, good job, okay? Remember, this is just for practice. In the first example, we got dogs. The apostrophe comes when you got G between S. That the first one represents when we are talking about just one dog. The first one is singular. Yes, for example, the dog's bone, el hueso del perro. The dog's bone, excuse me. Si se fija, el apóstrofe está en medio de la G y la S. Me refiero que solo hay un perro. The dog's bone. Pero ¿qué pasa si yo tengo el apóstrofe al final? Por ejemplo, como dice ahí, dogs. El apóstrofe está al final, ¿verdad? No está en medio de. Cuando yo digo, por ejemplo, the dog's bone is in the middle, o sea, cuando me refiero a el hueso de los perros. Entonces, one is singular and the second is plural. Y fíjense que les voy a decir algo. Thank you. No más preguntas, señores. Muy buen trabajo. En el caso de los apóstrofes, casi siempre los maestros de inglés lo enseñan como la casa de Carlos, ¿verdad? Carlos House. El carro de el carro de Chepe, ¿verdad? Chepe's Cars, pero no explican el detalle de que el apóstrofe muchas veces, teacher, ¿y por qué hay apóstrofes que se utilizan al final? Ok, hay algunos ejemplos específicos. Por ejemplo, hay gente que ocupa ejemplos específicos utilizando siempre el apóstrofe en medio de las consonantes y el alumno siempre piensa que, ok, así se utiliza para todos, como la pregunta que le hacía yo no me acuerdo a qué pareja era, de que cuando tenemos diferentes nouns, por ejemplo, tengo Chepe, Carlos, Mayra, etcétera, y el carro es de los tres. ¿A dónde va el apóstrofe? ¿A dónde va el apóstrofe? O sea, no solo utilizar el apóstrofe, aquí lo voy a poner, pero como es plural, como es singular. Entonces, esta es una regla que muy pocos la conocen. Nosotros siempre hemos aprendido a poner el apóstrofe en singular y nunca y bueno, y porque aquí el apóstrofe va al final, o sea, no va en medio de las consonantes, porque se refiere que estamos hablando de diferentes personas, diferentes objetos, diferentes animales, etcétera. Detallitos, señores, muy buen trabajo. Thank you so much. And as I said before, it was a pleasure to be your grammar teacher for Ciclo 01. Thank you so much, guys. So I'm gonna continue with Miss Perla. Hi, Perla. Good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
Ready?
Yes, teacher.
Perfect. Okay. Alessandra Perla. Okay, Ale, I'm ready. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. The topic today is English language grammar rules. I will start with grammar errors like spelling, prepositions, sense, structure, and formation, etc. are common while writing. So as we know that every language has its own grammar, we are going to explain these 12 rules of grammar to avoid those errors and write well. First rule. So, okay. First rule. Every sentence should start with a capital letter in the first word. In the English language, when you're starting a sentence, you capitalize the first letter of the first word like this. For example, my dog's name is Rufus. He is a good dog. Rule number 2. Every sentence should either end with a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. For example, when you want to end a sentence, you end with a full stop or a period, like this. For example, Juan loves to play soccer, period. He dreams of winning a big trophy, period. With a question mark, we use when we have a question or an interrogative sentence. For example, do you know how to cook cookies? And the question mark at the end, and exclamation mark. We use an exclamation mark when you are expressing feelings or emotion in a sentence. For example, wow, what a great place this is, and the exclamation mark. Okay. Rule number 3. Every sentence should have SVO, subject, verb, and object. For example, Karina teach English. Karina is the subject, teach is the verb, and the object is English. So The basic rule of grammar in the English language is that you must include subject and verb, and the object is optional. So the subject is who perform the action, and the verb is the action. And sometimes we don't mention the subject, but we understand. For example, come here. That means you come here. Rule number 4, the subject and verb form are irrelevant in the sentence. For example, Veronica wants to buy a new book. When we use singular subject, that is she, he, or it, we use singular verb. For example, here, Veronica is a singular subject, so the verb is in singular. And when we have a plural subject, that is we, they, you, I, the verb is plural too. Rule number 5, use either or neither nor depending of the sentence while using singular nouns. Okay, either or we use in affirmative sentence or with the negative auxiliary or negative sentence. For example, you can eat either mango or apple. He doesn't want either to work or to help. And my wife isn't either young or too old. And neither nor. We use when two of the case are false, and it's a negative expression that is used in affirmative sentence. For example, John neither helped us nor came to presentation, and my wife is neither young nor old. Rule number 6, proper nouns should be capitalized anywhere in the sentence, included at the beginning when we use. So it's important to capitalize on the words which are proper nouns. This can be at the beginning, at the middle, or at the end. For example, I will eat only healthy food to stay strong. I is the proper noun. And the other example is, you and Sandra have clinical exam tomorrow. You and Sandra are the proper nouns. Rule number 7, common nouns should be capitalized only at the beginning of the sentence. Some example of common nouns are table, like chair, pencil, etc. So you need to capitalize them only at the beginning. For example, my mother had 3 sisters, and the other example, there are cats in the kitchen. Rule number 8, the word it and it and your are not the same. The main difference between it and it is that it is a possessive determinant and used to say that it belongs or refer to something, and it with apostrophe is the short form of it is, and is used to mention previous things. The rule number 9, using definite article for countable noun and definite with a specific countable and all uncountable noun, the indefinite articles a and an is used mostly for countable noun. And for example, Santi wants to buy a video game this month. And the other example is show me an example. And definite articles that use for a few uncountable noun, for a few countable nouns and mostly for uncountable nouns. For example, the information is for tomorrow. Okay. Rule number 10, use the article a for consonant sound and an for vowel sound. Use the article a for the words with sound consonant at the very beginning. For example, word with a consonant sound, pencil, cat, dog, with the article a pencil, a cat, and a dog. And use the article an for the words with sound vowel at the very beginning. For example, apple, elephant, eraser, with the article an apple, an elephant, and an eraser. And when you're using a or an, make sure that focus on a pronunciation rather than the spelling of the word. Few words look like consonant, but it actually pronounced like vowel. For example, hour, that is with the article an hour. Rule number 11, use apostrophe to show possession. Possession is something which is usually owned by a person, place, thing, etc. It has two forms, which are singular and plural. For singular use, first apostrophe and then the letter S, like this.
Nice.
And for plural, use first the letter S and then the apostrophe, like this. Rule number 12. Active voice is more preferred than passive voice in the English language. In the simple terms, an active voice is a sentence in which the subject performs an action. Like this, for example, active voice, Patty records the video. And whereas in passive voice, the verb is the action is displayed first and then the subject. For example, the video is recorded by Patty. So thank you so much for your attention. That is all, teacher.
Really, really nice job. I got only one question because I really appreciate your effort because you were explaining the 12 rules. So Alessandra, could you please look at your chat? Señora, hoy vamos a aprender algo. Could you please just read the two sentences?
The table, the apple.
Again.
The table, the apple.
Okay, so again.
The table, the apple.
Let me ask too. Miss Noyola, could you please turn on your audio? Good morning, Miss Noyola. How are you? Vamos a aprender algo, chicos. I think Noyola is having a cup of coffee.
No,
No, I'm just kidding. So, Alessandra, could you please read again the examples?
Okay. The table, the apple.
It is correct. It is correct. I mean, the pronunciation, Miss Noyola. It is correct or not?
And the second one is the apple.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Why?
Because it is for
You got it. Yes, you got it, lady.
you are being focused in the apple. For that reason.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I really. Wow. I really. 50%.
I watched a video, but I can't remember it.
Like, yes, eso es gramática. So,
yeah.
Alessandra, the apple, Ok, ya Noyola nos encaminó el 50%. So let me ask to Luisito. In the first one, thank you, Miss Perla. Good job, okay? So in the first one, Luisito, the apple. In the second, the apple. Why? Teacher, yo pensé que se podía decir de en ambos. No.
What?
Why? The first one, hey, could you, okay, by yourself. Could you please read it, the two sentences. Thank you, Michael. Okay, you comes first. The second, as a second.
It's the table and the apple, right?
No. Again.
The table and the apple.
Miss Noyola, could you please read it again? Hoy vamos a aprender algo, chicos.
It's the table.
The table and the apple.
Okay, nice. What? Stop. Okay. Luisito, in the first one is the, in the second is the. Why? Wow.
Maybe because you have a consonant after the article the. So the
A
table
vowel? Uh-huh.
and the apple. Maybe that.
Okay, yes. Let me ask you. Yes, Michael, please.
Yeah, it's the same. And the second one, that is the apple, the pronunciation is D because the next word start with a vowel.
Yes, it is. Wow, perfect. Señores, wow, excelente. Teacher, yo pensé que todos se pronunciaban igual. The apple, the table, the airplane, no. This is a not common rule, but guys, when we have a word that the first letter begins with a consonant, the pronunciation of the article the is the apple, the computer, the table, because begins with a consonant. When do we use the pronunciation like I said, the E, like a D, the apple, the apple, the airplane, the airplane, not the air. Because when we have a vowel at the beginning of the word, the pronunciation of the article is D. Es una única regla, o es de o es D. Si comienza con consonante, the apple, the table, the table, the table, the computer, the car, ¿ok? The dog. Comienza con una consonante. ¿Cuánto se utiliza con D? D, the apple, the elephant, the airplane. ¿Ok? So, detallitos muy importantes, señores. Muy buen trabajo para todos. De verdad me siento muy, muy contenta. Las preguntas que yo les hago, no crean que hay, les bajo puntos. No, solamente es para que aprendamos en este caso. Chicos, como se los dije a todos, como se los he venido estado repitiendo desde el día miércoles, gracias de verdad por todo su esfuerzo durante este ciclo 01. Espero que nos veamos en el ciclo 02. Y un detalle, ¿verdad? Sé que nosotros ya vamos a ir en presencial. Trate la manera, en serio, trate la manera de, ay, no, es que fíjese que no, miren, cuando yo estaba estudiando en la U, yo tenía gente que venía de Sensuntepeque, tenía gente que venía de Huachapán, tenía gente que, bueno, no yo en la universidad, tenía gente que venían desde lejos. Entonces, y miren, ahora ellos ya están graduados, ya están trabajando, así que señores, no excuses, ¿ok? Trate la manera de hacer ahí el tiempo, chicos. Si todo nos sale bien, pues nos vamos a conocer el día miércoles. Si llega a haber algún cambio, igual yo les dejo saber un día antes. Me acaba de reconfirmar Teacher Brenda Lee que sí, que solamente les va a dar la primera clase para que les dé chance a ustedes de llegar a la universidad. Si el clima está bien también. Y si no, pues yo les estaría duplicando la nota. Señores, gracias por todo este tiempo. Gracias por haber sido siempre muy responsables. Son un excelente grupo. Disfruté mucho dar esta materia con ustedes. Y bueno, espero vernos en el ciclo 02. Señores, was a pleasure. God bless you. And I hope to see you this coming Wednesday. Bye bye, guys. Have a really nice day.
Thank you, teacher.
Gracias, teacher.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you.